Let's talk about yesterday. I went to work. I ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I called a friend. I started watching a new TV series. Grammar refresher. Part 5, past simple or simple past, whichever you prefer. I'm going to say past simple. So let's start with a timeline. Here is now and here's the past. Let's look at the form for the past simple first. Here are our verbs, go and dance. In the past, we say, I went, I danced. Look at the third person singular. He, she, it went. He, she, it danced. In the past, there is no change, meaning we do not add an S. The past simple is often referred to as verb form 2. That's what I usually call it. Went, danced, verb 2. I also like to call it the did verb or tense. Now, do you remember the present simple? In the present simple, we use the helping verb do. In the past simple, do becomes did in the past. So let's look at the positive, negative, and question forms of a regular verb, dance. I danced. I did not dance. Did you dance? Do you see the helping verb do in the past form did? It's highlighted here in yellow. Did helps us when we communicate because it tells us that this happened in the past. What's the main verb here? That's dance. So is it possible to say I did dance? Well, yes, only it sounds like you're yelling. Remember this from the present simple? You never danced at parties. Not true, I did dance. We use did in the positive form in order to emphasize what we're saying. When we want to be chill and relaxed, it's, yeah, I danced. No emphasis at all. Just a normal, relaxed conversation. You didn't pay the rent? I did pay the rent. Lots of emotions here. Let's look at the form one last time. It's verb 2, the did verb, in the past, negative, and question forms. I danced, no did. I did not dance, and did you dance? Now let's move on. Here's what my day looked like yesterday, all in the past. I ate breakfast, I went to work, I had lunch, I called a friend, and I started watching a new TV series. The past simple use number 1 is to talk about past actions. Now, here's my friend. Remember her? She had dark hair and dark eyes. She liked listening to music. She was a student. Now, you might not remember her, so you could ask me, did she have dark hair and dark eyes? Did she like listening to music? Was she a student? Like the present simple, the past simple is used to talk about fact in the past, and that is use number 2 for the past simple tense. Do you remember my schedule? What did I do Monday through Friday? And what did I do every Monday? I'll remind you. I'm Effie. On Monday through Fridays, I go to work. I exercise on Mondays. Now, we can put this in the past. Last week, I went to work and I exercised. Past simple tense use number 3 to talk about past repeated actions, routine actions, what you regularly did, things you've done out of habit, what's normal for you. And this is not now, but this is in the past. On Monday, I walked to work. On Tuesday, I walked to work. On Wednesday, I walked to work. On Thursday, I walked to work. And Friday, I walked to work. We can group all of these days into a time period. Last week. So now I can say, last week, I walked to work. Past simple tense use number 4 to talk about a period of time in the past. Is that all? Well, no, but we'll talk about it more later. Here's what you need to know now. The verb to be is quite tricky. In verb 1, verb 2, and verb 3, we have is, am, are, was, were, and been. Looking at the positive, negative, and question forms, I was not, were you. Without did. This is an irregular verb, meaning not normal. Regular verbs like dance, talked, and listen use did in the past simple. Most irregular verbs like go, speak, and hear also use did in the past simple. Did you be? Nope, nuh-uh, not happening. Let's talk about pronunciation. The past simple ed ending. This is a bit tricky for my students, and I think this might be a bit tricky for you. Why? Because the words that end in ed have 3 different sounds in English: t, d, and id. Listen to these examples. Worked, hoped, watched. Played, cried, cleaned. Wanted, ended, needed. The way the end ed sounds depends on the last sound of the word. The word work produces a T sound because of the letter K. The word hope produces a T sound because of the letter P. The word watch produces a T sound because of the letters C and H. Ch. The same goes with the following. Some people will tell you that you can remember the letters that produce the corresponding sound, but I have a tip for you. What you want to do is try to pronounce the D sound for any ED words. First slowly, then fast, and you should produce the proper sound. Worked, 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 worked. Wanted, 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 wanted. Next, irregular verbs. Should you know these verbs by heart? Yes, you should. Many of the most commonly used verbs in English are irregular. Here are some examples. And lastly, time phrases. What are time phrases? They answer the questions when or how long. You've seen some of these already. For the present simple, we have every day, often, on Mondays. For the present continuous, tomorrow, next week, in 2 months. For the past simple, yesterday, 2 weeks ago, last month, when I was young, and in 2014. Time phrases give us clues about what tense we should use, and knowing this can help you. That's all for now. Next time, we'll talk about the past some more in part 6, present perfect and past simple. Thanks for watching. Until next time.